Okay, sorry about that. You're back with The Engine on WNTH Radio 88.1 FM on YouTube and WNTH Radio, obviously, like I just said. But we're going to be doing what we just said we were going to do. We had to fix our camera angle. It is what it is. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go 1 to 25 in our frames. We got to do this a little quicker now. It's okay. Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys. He's 27 years old.
Today, by the way, we're doing our going through the top 25 agents according to NFLTR. Nick and I are going to be giving some landing spots, some buyer beware. Should you buy them? Should you not? How much they're probably going to get paid?
Yeah.
That's the general idea. And so we're going to go 1 through 25 with these players. And obviously, first is Dak Prescott.
So Dak Prescott, I think somebody was saying that he wants like $40 million a year. Do you buy this? Would you give it to him? Let's start with Nick Falk, and then we'll work to Nick Freeman, and then we'll work it over.
I think this is just a negotiating tactic for Dak Prescott. I mean, I would be really surprised if he got $40 million a year. He's a great quarterback, but personally, I don't know if I'd do that if I was any team, probably other than the Cowboys. I wouldn't do 40, but I mean, you got to go somewhere. You got to keep Dak Prescott.
You can't just give him a favorable.
That's what I'm saying. So
I think I would have given him $40 million a year. That's ridiculous. But at the same time, there are rumors circulating about Dak Prescott getting the franchise tag, which makes sense with the Cowboys' cap position. But if I'm a Cowboys fan, I really wouldn't want that because next year is the draft class where Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson get paid. Mahomes might be getting a $200 million deal.
You don't really know. And I think a lot of Cowboys fans are probably upset right now because they're probably thinking, why did we pay Zeke so much money?
Why do we pay DeMarcus Lawrence so much money?
Why did we pay DeMarcus Lawrence so much money when we could have spent it on Dak Prescott? And another guy we'll get to in like a couple of minutes, Amari Cooper. But where do you think Dak Prescott's going to end up? How much do you think he's going to get paid?
I think
what else?
The Cowboys will end up giving Dak Prescott a deal. It'll be something. I don't think the franchise tag just makes sense because you're going to end up having to pay him more. And cap-wise, if you want to keep Amari Cooper, you should pay both of them now.
Yeah.
So I would say probably he'll end up with a salary around $34 million. That's what the negotiations have seemed to be around.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I think he'll eventually accept it.
Yeah.
I mean, and the Cowboys really need to do this. Top 10 quarterbacks don't grow on trees.
They really don't. And the same thing, like, you get your new coach, Mike McCarthy. We know he's extremely offensive-minded. For years, he just pretty much ignored the defense, like, pretty much every defensive position.
He's a new coach and he is offensive-minded, but do we know if Mike McCarthy likes Dak Prescott?
He likes quarterbacks.
We know he likes
Prescott's
quarterbacks.
Prescott's a 26-year-old who just threw for over 4,000 yards.
But yeah,
exactly.
He's 26.
That's why I think the Cowboys are definitely going to keep Prescott.
At the start of next season, he'll be 27.
Okay, whatever. But, like, I think realistically, you kind of have to pay him because if you don't, who's going to be your quarterback? You know what I mean? Like, and we'll get to him next. Like, they're not going after Brady. They're not going after Brees. Maybe you go after Tannehill. I don't know. But
they don't have the draft capital. I think you got to pay Prescott.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to number 2. Where do we think Tom Brady is going to end up at the start of next year? Or I think he is now. He's 43. Realistically, I think what you have to consider is how much time do you think Brady has left playing, this and that.
I mean, there's a bunch of factors that play in, but of course there's been lots of reports. This has been all of the NFL offseason so far. But I think last night there was a report that Brady's seriously considering the 49ers.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting.
Even if Brady considers them, it doesn't mean the 49ers would do it.
Yeah. If I was the 49ers, I mean, it depends on the contract, but I'd probably do it. And I personally, we talked about this in a different episode on the radio show. I said that Tom Brady is definitely going to leave. I'm very confident that he's going to leave, and I think he has the right motive to do it. It's simply that he needs to prove his legacy by winning on another team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'm not completely sold 100% on Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, I'm not.
You're saying if Brady were to go to San Francisco?
If Brady was going to go to San Francisco,
I'm not either. But Garoppolo's too young.
Like Garoppolo,
you gotta keep him.
I know he didn't really do anything in the playoffs, but he didn't really need to do anything in the playoffs.
If you get Brady and you don't win the Super Bowl, you really screwed up your franchise.
Yeah, you just wasted like a ton. Like, you have a great defense, but you're pretty much just moving back a step.
I mean, the 49ers should probably win the Super Bowl next year.
If they have Brady, they will.
Yeah.
Realistically, unless they take a Super Bowl hangover type step back.
Even with Garoppolo, though, of course, Super Bowl hangover, so they're going to need to make some moves this offseason.
They don't to try to prevent that.
They don't just have the cap to do that. They would need to get rid of Garoppolo.
I could see. I think the Super Bowl hangover, it doesn't always happen. It happened with the Rams this year. It happens a lot of times. But, when you have, I think if you get Brady, you're contributing to it.
I think this Brady to the 49ers thing is not happening.
It's just.
I don't either. I don't.
It's honestly just it's media being provocative. They're just trying to get people to talk about it.
I mean, he did grow up.
Yes, but I know, but that's more of like
it's not him. He would love to go to the 49ers and play for them.
I know.
It'd be a perfect situation.
Like,
the 49ers
like
won't
12 years, like 12 years. If Brady was 30, it would make sense if he went to the 49ers. It doesn't make any sense now. He's 43. He's like 2 years left, and this team is loaded with talent. It's like a top 3 youngest team in the NFL. 5 first-round picks, and then like best defense in the NFL probably. I honestly, for me, it doesn't even make sense for him to leave like the Patriots. Why would you want to go at like?
It's legacy based.
I know it's legacy based.
I don't think he's winning a Super Bowl in any of these destinations.
It's
the Raiders, he won't win a Super Bowl.
Like,
the Chargers, he won't win a Super Bowl.
People are also saying like the Patriots suck.
They really do.
They're not good.
What? They don't though.
They do.
They have a top 3 defense in the NFL. His weapons
Their
will improve if he goes somewhere else.
Apart, and he had
It was
no
not
help
falling
at all.
apart.
Yes,
they
it
had one
was.
bad game to the Dolphins, which wasn't even that bad of a game.
Okay.
They gave up like 28 points.
Their defense is a good defense. It is
His
not
defense
all
is
a
great. They were a
defense.
turnover machine.
What offensive weapons did he have?
None. That's what I'm saying. Julian
Yeah.
Edelman can't be your one offensive weapon.
That's what then why are you saying the Patriots are a good team?
Because they have one of the best defenses in the league. I think when it goes against when you're going against the Raiders, if you're going for one of the best defenses, or if you're going for weapons, a great defense is a great offensive weapon.
I'm not saying against the Raiders, but I'm saying that the Patriots aren't a championship contending team if they don't have a quarterback like Brady.
Okay.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we get to a where do we think he's going?
Oh, I think he's going to stay. I'm really torn in between all these destinations. I don't think there's one that stands out as obvious at all. But if I were to have to pick, all these days of Brady making more of a free agency, like showing he's going to be out there, having that call with Dana White about the Raiders as a possibility, for me it seems like he's just trying to gain some appreciation from the Patriots and have them finally not take him for granted and come back and go for another Super Bowl. Because it's just the destination makes the most sense out of all the teams.
Nick Falk, you think he's going to leave? Can I get how much he's going to get paid, where he's going?
I'm guessing it'll be a 2-year deal.
Yeah,
I don't really
the
know
Raiders
what the money will be.
Offered him a 2-year, $60 million deal, or they made the cap for that.
Yeah. I don't think Brady should go to the Raiders, but if the Raiders are really pursuing him that way, then that might end up being the case. But I think he might end up on the Titans with Vrabel and Tannehill.
I did read something about that. I did read something about that.
That is possible. Cause
I'm just very insistent on him leaving. I'm not sure where he's going to go.
Yeah, the Titans don't seem sold on Tannehill. So that's I agree. That's a possible destination. Does he want to go to Nashville?
Exactly. That's why I just don't know.
Nick Falk, I need somewhere. Where is he going?
The Titans are my pick.
All right, the Titans are his pick right now. Moving on, number 3, Drew Brees.
We don't have that much time. Saints, next question.
Saints, yeah, Saints. Ryan Tannehill.
I think what's going to happen is, since I don't have Tom Brady going there, I think the Titans.
Little flip-flop action. Tannehill to the Patriots, Brady to the Titans.
I don't think that's happening. I would go.
Belichick doesn't want Tannehill.
I would go Tannehill staying in the Titans if they're willing to give him money. They might prioritize Derrick Henry over him, which I think is a bit of a mistake.
Ryan Tannehill really reminds me. I haven't heard anybody say this, but he reminds me so much of Case Keenum on the Vikings. Like, he's a great year.
Yeah.
He gets aggressive, tries to get money, and then he's just never as good as he was.
I don't think you can compare him to Case Keenum.
Not on the play style, but like just situationally. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, there's been lots of these quarterbacks in NFL history. They come to
Tannehill did come from the Dolphins.
Yeah, so I mean,
no one could do well in a draft.
Johnny Manziel replaced like Ryan Tannehill in college. Like nobody remembers that. But yeah,
that's true. I guess
exactly.
With Tannehill, I would say the Titans will end up paying him. One possible destination. There were rumors Matt Rule and the Panthers were interested in him. If they're not going to get Cam Newton, I could see that as a small possibility.
Matt Rule did say that he wants to keep Cam Newton, though.
Yeah.
Like, he said it, like, multiple times that he wants to keep Cam Newton.
But do the Panthers want him?
There's so many moving parts once again, but I said Brady would go to the Titans, but the most likely possibility is him staying on the Titans right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Moving on, number 5, Jadeveon Clowney. He's going to be 27. He either is 27 now or 27 when it starts, whatever. Outside linebacker, sought after. I think he wants to stay on the Seahawks, but I think the Seahawks are thinking that they have other needs that they want to fill, so he's probably not going to stay with the Seahawks.
Also, Russell Wilson wants him to stay with the Seahawks.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But how much weight does Russell Wilson's voice carry? Probably a lot.
Probably the team.
But I feel like if I was the Seahawks, I have a lot of other needs that I need to take care of.
The Seahawks will always have a ton of needs. They're right around the middle of the league in cap space.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people, we've mentioned this again and again, but people always think of him as this insane specimen, this great pass rusher. He actually is not a very good pass rusher. He's a great run stopper.
Which is becoming less important day by day.
Yeah.
I think the Seahawks, even though Russell Wilson says he wants Clowney, it's much smarter to let him walk, especially considering he's asking for $20+ million a year.
Yeah, and there's rumors he's going to be the highest paid.
They do have $50 million.
He wants to be.
Cap
We
space
talked about this a couple days ago. That Jadeveon Clowney said he wants to be the highest paid defensive player in the NFL. But here, think about it this way. When people put people into tiers, you've got F tier to S tier. I think S tier defenders in the NFL, and that's why they're the most paid. Khalil Mack, and Aaron Donald. Okay.
I think Aaron Donald is in his own tier.
Aaron Donald is on his own tier, so let's just put Khalil Mack in the S tier. Let's put Aaron Donald in his own Aaron Donald tier, okay?
Yeah,
the 300-pound man who's less than 10% body fat, he can bench press 500 pounds, okay? But can you really compare Jadeveon Clowney to Khalil Mack and/or Aaron Donald?
You can.
No,
you can't compare them, so he shouldn't get as much money.
You can't just get that good of a player at that position.
Yeah, it's also it's free agency. That's how free agency works. So you can't compare them.
My pick with Jadeveon Clowney is I would go. I think the Seahawks let him walk if they're smart and use their assets elsewhere.
Yeah.
With multiple players.
Yeah. Get a team though.
I'm gonna go the Colts.
Okay.
That's exactly what I was.
They have a ton of cap space. I was considering other teams. But the Colts, I don't really know who wants to come to Indianapolis. Yeah, if they do get a guy like Clowney, get a quarterback in the draft or in free agency, this team can be a legit contender. You saw what they were with 100%. Frank Reich and Andrew Luck. And he says he wants to play for a contender. The Colts could pay him $20 million a year, and they need that edge rushing.
The Colts have been sitting on this pile of cap space, almost over $100 million every year for the past 3 years.
There's
at 86.
There's a chance their highest paid player is Andrew Luck.
Still, yeah.
And he's retired.
Which is, it's pretty crazy, so I bet fans are getting antsy, and, I don't know if this would end up being a good addition, but I can see him going.
It's time for Chris Ballard to make an aggressive move.
Yeah. So we're saying Colts and Jadeveon Clowney. Moving on, number 6, Amari Cooper. Here we are.
Let's make this quick. I think the Cowboys will re-sign Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper and let Byron Jones walk.
I do too.
Yeah, that's fair. It's a fair, yeah.
And he could get, if they can afford it, he could get up to $20 million a year.
That was number 7, Byron Jones. Moving on, number 8.
Well, where do we think Byron Jones is going to go?
I don't know. Who needs a cornerback right now? I was thinking maybe the
Redskins
Jaguars.
And the Eagles are very interested in him.
Maybe the Jaguars, perhaps, but probably not because they haven't said anything about it. But they did just trade AJ Bouye.
I don't think the Jaguars have the cap for him.
I definitely like the Eagles fit. Byron Jones to the Eagles seems like
NFC East players really like going to other NFC East.
It's kind of a match made in heaven.
It just seems like a good matchup. The Eagles like corners like Byron.
They need corners more than anybody right now.
Jones is still pretty young, and he's a top 10 corner in the league. I would want him.
But then again, the Redskins are very stupid in free agency.
They
will literally. I don't know.
If Quinton Dunbar, the Redskins' number 1 corner, does leave, I think they're going to make a push for a guy like Byron Jones in free agency.
Yeah, the Redskins are, as always, going to make a bunch of
with Ron Rivera. With Ron Rivera, are they a stupid organization though? I don't know. We'll have to see.
That was a good signing. I'd say that was probably the best signing.
The firing of Bruce Allen too.
So moving on. So we're saying Byron Jones, Eagles. Is that what we're saying? Okay. So moving on, number 8, more Washington football. Brandon Sheriff, guard. He's 28. His age.
He's been injured a lot recently.
Yeah, so he has been injured a lot recently, which I didn't know. But I think the Arbors will probably let him walk.
Redskins.
They'll probably just let him walk and just if he's hurt a lot, it's not really worth it. It's like one of those situations where say I have a broken phone and it costs more to fix it than he's worth. You know what I mean?
Personally, I think the Redskins should re-sign him. I don't know if that'll end up being the case.
I think they're gonna franchise tag him. There were reports of that with the injury history. They do need an offensive lineman for Dwayne Haskins. That's my pick.
Yeah, I would agree with that too. I think franchise tag with the Redskins.
All right, moving on. Number 9, AJ Green, wide receiver. He's 32, which I didn't know, but he's 32.
The Bengals reported they're gonna franchise tag him. If he agrees and wants to play with Joe Burrow, that makes sense to give Joe Burrow a true number 1 receiver in his first year.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Number 10, Jaguars. He's 25. Yannick. Somebody knows.
Ngakwe.
Yeah, there we go. He's a defensive end. What are we saying on this?
I think he's. So the Jaguars did franchise tag him.
They're rumoring to franchise tag him.
It does look like it's probably going to be a sign or a tag and trade just based on how clearly he doesn't want to be in Jacksonville.
Nobody wants to be in Jacksonville. Bouyer's gone. Jalen Ramsey's gone.
I sent Nick a post on his Instagram. Leonard Fournette deleted every post and posted a picture of him
sitting on a bench.
Sitting on a bench, all lonely. Which
you should check that out. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
But anyway, with Yannick Ngakwe, I think a team like the Bills will try and trade for him. They have a ton of cap space, third most in the league. They don't really have a true edge rusher with Jerry Hughes getting older, Lorenzo Alexander, who just retired, and Shaq Lawson is a free agent. That's all off the top of my head. I could use a round of applause. Anyway,
Okay.
You just saw the post.
Yeah, I saw the post.
Anyway, I think they need an edge rusher. Yannick is terrible in the run, but the Bills were generally pretty good in the run. I don't know how much they need him.
I think he's still 25.
Yeah, he's still really young.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna get overpaid, but I don't know who else the Bills would get. So I could see a tag and trade with the Bills. Maybe they give up their first rounder or some other asset.
I don't know. This Bills team is hot right now, and if Brady leaves, that division is there for the next 10, 15 years anyway. It doesn't really matter. So
Or the Dolphins.
Yeah, I love
I really like.
We talked at lunch about possibly a draft day trade for Ngakoue.
Yeah,
maybe
it was the Giants giving up the 4th pick and for Yannick Ngakoue and the 9th pick.
Yeah, which we thought would work great for both teams.
And I think if you're a bad team, my philosophy in the NFL is I need a quarterback. I need somebody to protect the quarterback, and I need somebody to go get the other team's quarterback. So if the Dolphins can get Tua, something like that, they can get Yannick Ngakoue, and then you spend money.
It would be the Giants in this.
The Giants?
I just don't think Dave
It's just my
Gettleman's smart
philosophy.
enough to do that.
For bad teams, you have to get an offensive line. You need to get a quarterback because the thing with Dwayne Haskins
for bad
is,
teams,
you know what I mean?
in my opinion, the best way to build a rebuilding NFL team is through the trenches.
Exactly. You got to get the offensive line, and you got to get the
All right,
quarterback.
what's your pick?
I'm going to, I don't know, really anywhere. The Giants, that seems like a good team to go to.
I mean, it's not like a good team.
It seems like
He's probably going to be
not
asking for $15 million a
and
year.
the Jaguars did not give much playing time to Josh Allen, who was amazing. He just didn't get much playing time. So this will open
They'll
up.
probably want to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
Shaq Barrett, that's your number 11. He's 27. Tampa Bay
He seems to want to stay in Tampa Bay.
Breakout year.
Breakout star. They'll probably overpay him. I mean,
No, they said they're going to franchise tag him.
Yeah.
I mean, Shaquille Barrett's been great has been really good his whole career.
Started on the Broncos.
They just gave him an opportunity
Yeah.
to be their number 1 pass rusher, and he excelled. I think he will stay in the Broncos. I saw a rumor of him going maybe to the Dolphins, them using their cap space and overpaying him. I would be okay with that, but I think he stays.
I would not be okay with the Dolphins paying, with a team like the Dolphins paying for someone like Shaquille Barrett. But I mean, if the Buccaneers franchise tag him, I think that's a great move.
Yeah, moving on, number 12, Eric Armstead, 49ers defensive end. He's 26.
He had an amazing year last year
really
for the
good
49ers.
year. I'm thinking that he'll probably either get franchise tagged or they'll pay him. I mean, they have enough money to pay him.
A bit of a career revival. Like he was supposed to be this specimen, this great player, but he was a little mediocre.
He was a first-round pick, and everyone thought he wasn't going to pan out as a player.
Yeah,
he was amazing last year.
And then he's just been great. Their 49ers defensive line is so tall and big and young.
Right now they have $13 million in cap space. I bet you they use it all on him and let some guys walk.
Yeah, probably. Here we are. Jack Conklin, offensive tackle, Tennessee Titans.
The Titans probably can't afford him if they're going to pay Henry and Tannehill.
They're probably going to pay Henry.
I've seen reports that the Jets need him. They really need an offensive lineman. I could see a team like that going for him.
Yeah, I've definitely heard the Jets. I've heard the Jaguars, too, in some reports for him.
Probably won't go to the Jaguars, though. Excuse me.
I could definitely see the Jaguars paying him. A team like the Jets works as well. Maybe even a team like the Texans, who have a decent amount of cap
I think he
space.
will leave. He's going to get overpaid wherever he goes. He wants to be the highest paid offensive lineman in the league,
I
which is
definitely
$18
think
million.
he will leave.
Do you think he's deserving?
No, because before the playoffs, he was a mediocre tackle. He was a medium
I just
tackle.
think Derrick Henry elevates the offense. It makes the offensive line look a lot
better. The offensive line elevates Derrick Henry.
That too, but I don't know. I feel like if you have
some mobile, good run blocker, but he's not like that strong, pure.
He's not a Lane Johnson or a Ryan Ramczyk.
Yeah, or David Bakhtiari or anything like that.
Yeah, love those names. So moving on, number 14, Jameis Winston. This is an interesting one. I'm thinking, what are you guys thinking?
I kind of think he's going to leave.
I think he's going to leave too.
Oh,
and
I definitely think he's going to leave.
I heard an interesting report this morning on ESPN saying that the Patriots were maybe interested.
I would love that.
That'd be incredible.
This would be amazing. Everyone.
Imagine if Tom Brady leaves. It's terrible. Bill Belichick gets Jameis Winston, turns him into a stud quarterback. Bill Belichick is like the best person alive.
Jameis Winston since coming into the league in 2015.
And how much did that suck for Brady? He's 43. Like he doesn't deserve that.
Jameis Winston since 2015, 111 turnovers by himself leads the league. Last season, I think he was like the first player in NFL history. 30 touchdowns, 30 picks, 5,000 yards, had the most pick sixes thrown in NFL history through 7. Imagine Belichick just turns him into a stud.
That'd
Just
be
like
great.
accurate passer. He's just throwing beautiful balls down the field. That's scary.
He has lots of pure talent.
Jameis Winston, like in college, he is a raw. Like he has the intent. Like they're there. Like the intangibles are definitely
What
there.
team would want Jameis Winston?
Honestly, maybe even the Patriots at this point. Like maybe the Titans. Maybe the Titans. I don't know.
The Patriots just sound so amazing.
It sounds
I don't want to
fun.
go
We're all talking about it. I think
would be
Jameis
fun.
Winston to the Patriots just as a hypothetical. Like it sounds good right
So I had the Buccaneers actually taking Jordan Love in our mock draft episode. You guys can go check that out.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good fit. But I think Bruce Arians is going to move on from Jameis Winston.
I do also. I don't have a perfect destination at all.
Let's just say Patriots.
Let's say
Okay,
Patriots
that's
is fine.
Just
to be
because it's fun.
All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
Moving on, Phillip Rivers. Let me just offer this. I think he should just retire. I mean, you guys can like.
Personally, I think it's almost 100% sure he's going to the Colts.
Yeah.
It just seems so perfect.
Yeah.
Do the Colts want him?
That's the only problem.
Do the Colts
but
care? Like honestly.
He's better than Jacoby Brissett.
He is. Phillip Rivers this season got too much hate. He was overrated 2 seasons ago. This year he didn't get helped out. He's never had an offensive lineman.
Him and Jameis Winston are so similar.
He's
like,
still-
in so many different ways.
No, Rivers is a way more accurate passer.
I know, but
It's unfair for the interception numbers.
okay.
Yeah.
I would say Rivers is still a above average quarterback.
I mean, Phillip Rivers, just like Eli Manning, and we can have this. I think Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer. He's top 10 in touchdowns and top 10 in yards all time. So
I'm a bit of a Philip Rivers hater, but I think he's definitely better than Jacoby Brissett, and I think Jacoby Brissett belongs as the top 3 backup in the league.
top 3 backup in the league.
With Phillip Rivers, what I think is going to happen is the team that takes Justin Herbert or Jordan Love, or if Tua fell, one of those teams, I think Phillip Rivers follows him and has a year or 2 as a starter there to finish out his
That
career.
would be a solid situation.
And then he
for
can
the Colts.
ride off on a Colt into the sunset.
I think it would
with
more
his
likely
9
be a team
kids.
like the Panthers.
With his 9 kids on the back of the
I
Colt.
see.
Moving on, we gotta go quickly. Austin Hooper,
What number is he?
16. He's
So,
25 years old.
I think he's going to go to Green Bay. The Bears are pursuing him.
I'll take it. I mean, I'll take it.
I
The
just-
3 teams are the Packers, the Bears, and the Redskins. in
So
total.
here's the thing: that if you're Austin Hooper, I'm Austin Hooper. Okay, I'm thinking, do I want to go to Washington? Okay, this team's horrible. Do I want to go to the Bears? This team is.
I want Mitchell Trubisky
Do I
throwing
want
the
Mitchell
ball.
Trubisky throwing the ball, or do I want Aaron Rodgers throwing me the ball? I think it's an easy choice. I didn't even hear about that, but I would take. The Packers were trying to trade for Austin Hooper pretty much until the trade deadline.
Yeah, especially if the Panthers get rid of Packers get rid of Blake Martinez.
Which they probably
They'll
will.
have even more cap. I think
So
they go
I'll
for
take
Hooper.
Austin Hooper
And
and
Rodgers
Jimmy
needs-
Graham. And Jimmy Graham said he was
Mhm.
not coming back yesterday.
He needs these weapons, Rodgers, and Hooper's a really solid receiving tight end.
Yeah, hopefully they don't overpay for him because this might be
They probably will.
a buyer beware situation.
Okay.
It for sure could. He was helped out in the Falcon system.
Yeah.
He had a lot of duck down passes for tight ends.
And of course he was injured last year. He got injured last year.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers definitely elevates like Austin Hooper. Like, I know Aaron Rodgers like
He's
deteriorated.
not a
little bit,
not a
but-
very good tight end quarterback,
And-
Aaron
and
Rodgers.
The Falcons had a great offense too.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Let's
but moving
also-
on,
yeah.
Hunter Henry, another tight end, 25. He had a great
Chargers
year.
franchise tag him.
Did they? Okay,
Yep.
moving on. Dante Fowler Jr.
He's a pretty good edge rusher.
this could
I mean,
it could go anywhere. This is really heavily based on a team system because
Yeah.
he's basically a plug and play edge rusher.
he's a guy who, when you have Aaron Donald, has really good sack numbers.
Anyways,
Dante Fowler.
keep
I don't
going.
think he's leaving. So
Yeah, I don't think the Rams are going to re-sign him. I think they'll use that money instead for offensive
Where are we
line.
saying?
I-
Colts, Giants,
I
Jets,
think a
something
team-
like that.
Maybe the Dolphins.
that's what I was thinking. Maybe the Dolphins, maybe even the Bills could add another pass rusher.
He
Or
just
like
seems to like warm
The
weather.
Bengals, they could use someone.
All right. Bud Dupree,
I think the Steelers are going to franchise tag him.
great name.
A breakout year. I do not think the Steelers are going to franchise him. I'm a Steelers fan. I don't. He's a
I wouldn't
great
want
player. I personally don't think the Steelers will do that because they don't like to do that with their players. He could really go anywhere. I could see him going to a team like the Redskins.
The reason Bud Dupree's kind of similar to Dante Fowler, he gets a lot of help from the Steelers. Awesome.
Like because TJ Watt's on the
T.J.
team.
Watt's on the other side.
But he's
So-
a little better.
But TJ Watt just is unbelievable. Matthew Judon, outside linebacker, Baltimore.
The Ravens
27.
are going to franchise tag him, I think.
They probably will. I don't know why you'd want to leave the Ravens in the first place.
Yeah.
Why would you want to
I wouldn't want to leave.
You
and
have
I
the
think-
golden ticket of winning
Yeah.
the division for like the next 10, 15 years.
I mean, the Ravens probably can't afford him because they've got.
Got 100 on my science quiz.
All right, awesome. Anyways, so
Sorry
Ravens
about that.
franchise tag completely stopped everything. So number 21, Derrick Henry. I think we said earlier he's probably going to get paid a lot by the Titans. GM Nick Freeman, GM Nick Falk you guys are against paying running backs lots of money.
I would not pay him lots of money, but the Titans are going to are at least going to try to make an extension. If not, they'll franchise tag him. He's staying on the Titans.
He's like the sole reason that
Okay,
they went
theoretically, if he left, where would you guys project him to go?
I don't know who would.
I don't know who. Like the thing with Derrick Henry is he's so specific.
He needs a bad quarterback.
He needs a bad No, he doesn't need a bad quarterback.
He needs not a great quarterback.
He needs a Big Ten quarterback who's willing to throw like under 100.
Going to the Colts. I can see the Colts.
But they have Marlon Mack.
He needs a game manager.
And here's the thing.
I could see Colts.
I could see the 49ers just getting rid of everybody and just giving Derrick Henry because with you have Derrick Henry, the way you use him is you run the ball.
The 49ers running
okay, but you are running the ball.
No. They're a speed system.
Okay. But Derrick Henry, you need to run the ball with him first, second, and sometimes third down. You have to commit to him. That's why he was bad for the first couple of years. That's why he's good now.
I don't think anyone will want him to.
Nobody else wants him. Titans. Robbie Anderson. I've been hearing Packers a little bit because the Packers need people.
I think this is one of the most.
He's gonna leave the Jets.
100%.
He's gonna leave the Jets. He's kind of had a rough time in the Jets, but I think he's a talented receiver, and this could be a really good sign for a cheap price by lots of these teams.
I don't think he's going to be cheap. I think he's going to be over $10 million a year.
I could see Packers.
That would be pretty crazy.
I could see Packers.
He's asking for that.
I could see Packers, Bears.
In that case, then I like the Giants kind of.
The Giants probably. The Giants, or no, not the Giants. The Bears don't really need.
They don't have the money for him either.
I like the Giants.
You like the Giants? Okay.
I kind of like the Eagles. They need a speedy receiver, and he's a good deep threat.
Maybe Dolphins. I don't know. We'll throw it in there. 23, Anthony Harris.
The Vikings are going to do whatever they can do to keep him. If he leaves, the Browns are going to make a push for him.
The Vikings can't pay him, so
they probably can't. But they're going to cut a lot of guys.
Also,
and Trey Waynes is going to leave.
Who's the new? I can't think of his name.
And
Who's the new coach?
Is leaving.
Who's the new coach on the Browns?
Kevin Stefanski.
Kevin Stefanski could very heavily influence Anthony
Harris. Browns and Buccaneers. He's a really great safety. I think the Browns and Buccaneers are really going to go for him.
Yeah,
if he leaves, which it might happen.
The Browns is a great fit, and I can also see the Buccaneers. He's had a breakout year. And
I'd rather be on the Browns than the Buccaneers.
This also
money and where you're at with your roster situationally, and a new coach. Moving on. Justin Simmons.
Broncos franchise tag.
Okay. Anthony whatever.
Costanzo. The Colts are going to keep him.
Yeah, I think the Colts will keep him.
He's contemplating retirement. They'll probably keep him to a short-term deal.
He's getting a little older, and he's been injured these past few years, but he's been a solid guard in the league.
Offensive tackle.
We'll throw him in there. We got 45 seconds. Melvin Gordon.
I think the Houston Texans will probably end up with him.
Yeah, they better not overpay for him. I don't want the Texans.
He doesn't deserve it after last year at all. And I think the Chargers just want no part of Melvin Gordon anymore.
Which they shouldn't want anything.
Yeah.
They should be rebuilding.
Being told we have 30 seconds. Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh, that's a good one. It's tough to pick with Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of teams have shown interest.
Buccaneers rumors.
How much of an upgrade is he really?
That's what I was
thinking. A lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Same number.
But I think
not the same number.
If I were to pick, I would go Buccaneers. They get rid of Winston, put Bridgewater, and maybe another drafted quarterback.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. Low-key, I could see the Raiders picking him up.
He's not better than Derek Carr.
I think the Raiders could end up trading Derek Carr.
That's all the time we have today on The Engine. Great talk. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening. Turn into the YouTube channel later. That video should be up today or tomorrow, whatever. Thanks for listening. Have a good rest of your day. And, see you guys tomorrow.